Are you interested in really enjoying Christmas this year? Looking to appreciate time with family, the excitement, the traditions, and the true meaning of the season? Don't worry, you will when you use these simple tips. With the holidays right around the corner, I know many of us are feeling the pressure of the holiday bustle. It's easy to feel overwhelmed. I'm here to share simple and powerful tips to help you simplify and organize your Christmas preparation so you can focus on what really matters, creating joyful memories with your loved ones. So let's dive in and transform your holiday chaos into Christmas cheer. Hi, I'm Susan, a professional organizer at Organize 31 and mother of 3. I help busy people make the space and time for what's most important to them. I focus on simple, budget-friendly ideas that really work. Thanks to the military, I've moved 25 times all across the country and around the world. With all these moves and challenges, I've had to find ways to simplify my holiday preparations because I don't want to be the grumpy elf toiling away all month long. I want to celebrate the magic of the season, and I know you do too. Christmas and the holiday season is about faith, family, celebrating, creating magical memories, and so much more. It is not about perfection because really, how often does perfection happen? And it's definitely not about stressing ourselves out. But if we're honest, the holiday season can quickly become overwhelming. There are gifts to buy, meals to plan, decorations to put up, events to attend. It's so easy to get lost in the hustle and bustle and lose track of what really matters to us. The good news is it doesn't have to be that way. Today, I'm going to share 6 tried and true tips for simplifying the season. From planning ahead to budgeting, decorating and meal prep, and even after the holidays cleanup, we'll cover it all. My goal is to help you focus on what matters most to you this holiday season, spending time with loved ones and creating joyful memories without feeling like you're drowning in your to-do list. There are several reasons that the holidays can become stressful. Some of us feel the pressure to make everything perfect, but the truth is perfection is an illusion and it's exhausting to chase after. Others are busy trying to do all the traditions, but instead of enjoying these traditions, we turn them into a checklist of exhausting obligations. And many fall into the trap of overspending on extravagant gifts or elaborate decorations. But doing so simply stretches our budget and increases our stress. The good news is we can simplify. It's all about being intentional and scaling back so that we can focus on what really matters. As we go through today's tips, I want you to focus on where you can let go of the unnecessary complications so that you can actually enjoy the holidays this year. Let's start with one of the simplest but most effective ways to reduce stress for the holidays, and that is planning ahead. I know it sounds obvious, but many of us wait until the last minute and then we wonder why we feel so overwhelmed. Planning now doesn't take much time and it will save you so much time and stress in the future. First of all, the earlier you start planning, the better. Ideally, you should start thinking about and organizing your holiday to-dos a month or 2 in advance so that they don't all pile up at once. Begin with creating a checklist of everything that you need to have done. This way, you'll have a roadmap to follow so that you can spread the tasks out and you don't forget anything important. To make Christmas even more stress-free this year, be sure to grab my free planner below. An essential part of planning is to make a comprehensive to-do list. Start by breaking it down into categories such as gifts, decorations, meals, events, and so on. Then set deadlines. Next, break tasks down into subtasks and assign dates and times as necessary to those. For example, the category of gifts would be broken down into subtasks such as the list of people you're giving gifts to, gift ideas for each person, a budget for gifts, a time to wrap, and whether it needs to be mailed or delivered by a certain date. And with each of these subtasks, you'll assign a date and time. And when you plan this way, you're not panic gift shopping or overspending or up all night and grumpy wrapping gifts at the last minute. And here's a tip. When you've created your to-do list with clearly identified subtasks, it's easy to delegate and get others to help. Keep in mind that even with the best planning, things don't always go as planned. And that's why it's important to build in flexibility. Planning ahead and building in flexibility allows you to deal with those inevitable curveballs without feeling overwhelmed. One of the biggest sources of stress around the holidays involves money, especially when we overspend. That's why setting a realistic budget from the start is crucial. A clear budget keeps your finances in check and also helps you feel in control and focused on what's important. Set a budget for everything involved in your holidays. When I say budget, I don't just mean for gifts. You should have a budget for everything: decoration, food, events, even travel and donations. I recommend using a holiday budget planner to break things down into identified categories, and then you can decide realistically how much you can spend. Next, it's important to track your spending. You can use a holiday planner, a spreadsheet, an app, or a simple notebook, whatever's going to work best for you. The key is to keep track of every purchase. This prevents you from going over budget and gives you a clear picture of where your money is going. Now let's talk about smart shopping strategies. First, create a shopping list and start early, and I can't emphasize this enough. The earlier you shop, the more time you have to compare prices, watch for sales, and avoid that last-minute rush and panic shopping. Another tip is to shop online. Not only is it more convenient, but it's easy to compare prices across stores and to look for coupon codes. Plus, you save time, gas, and impulse buys. Just as important, remember, gifts don't have to be expensive to be meaningful. Thoughtful, personalized gifts often mean much more than something flashy. Consider DIY gifts and experiences. There are tutorials for many DIY gifts, even for beginners, that are beautiful to give and are often really appreciated because the recipient knows that you put your time and effort into making something special just for them. The bottom line is, set a budget and shop smart. This will help you keep holiday spending under control and let you focus on what really matters: making memories with the people you care about. Holiday decorating is a big part of the magic of the holiday and something a lot of us look forward to, but it can quickly become overwhelming if we try to do too much. Simplifying your holiday decorating can save you time, money, and stress while still making your home feel magical. The first step is to focus on key areas in your home. You don't have to decorate every single room. Choose a few spots that make the most impact. By concentrating on these few key spaces, you create a festive atmosphere without overloading yourself. Remember to reduce stress. Less is more. When you keep things simple, each item stands out more, and your home feels cozy and intentional, rather than cluttered and overwhelming. Try working with just a few statement pieces that have special meaning to you, and then build around them. You can save time, stress, and money this year by using what you already have. We all have different energy levels and schedules. Decorate on a schedule that works best for you. Decide whether you'd rather take one day and decorate everything at once, or to split it up and decorate different areas a little bit each day over the course of several days or a couple of weeks. Do what's going to work best for your schedule and your energy level. And finally, keep the pressure off by making decorating a family effort. Involve your partner and children in the decorating process. It's not about creating a Pinterest-worthy home. It's about spending time together and creating memories. Let the imperfections add to the charm. So the takeaway is, keep it simple, focus on key areas, and use what you already have. This way you can enjoy the decorating process without feeling overwhelmed, and your home will still feel festive and welcoming. One of the most stressful parts of the holidays can be preparing all that delicious food. But the truth is, it doesn't have to be overwhelming if you approach it with a plan. Who's interested in easy ways to simplify your meal planning and make it more manageable? The key is to plan your meals and your baking early. This way you have plenty of time to gather all your ingredients, avoid last-minute grocery runs, and make sure you have everything you need. Planning also makes it easy to divide up tasks and enlist your family's help. With meal planning, focus on easy, crowd-pleasing dishes. The holidays don't have to be about fancy, elaborate meals. Stick to recipes you know and love. And don't be afraid to ask guests to bring a dish. Potlucks are a great way to share the workload. Another way to simplify is by batch cooking and making freezer meals. Choose a few dishes that can be made ahead and frozen, like casseroles, soups, and even baked goods. A few weeks or a month before, spend a few hours preparing and cooking these meals in bulk and freezing them. This way later, when things are busy, you're not stressed out and stuck in the kitchen. It's been a game changer for reducing holiday stress for me. For many of us, the holiday season involves baking hundreds of different cookies and candies, and some of them require complicated recipes and steps. The key is to keep it simple and stress-free. Focus on tried and true recipes that you know your family loves. Classic, familiar recipes are easier to prepare because you're familiar with them. And with holiday baked goods, batched cooking is your friend. Choose a couple of your favorite cookie or dessert recipes and make them in large batches. You can even freeze the dough with some cookie recipes, and then you can bake fresh cookies when you need them without having to start from scratch. There are also cookie dough recipes that are designed to be versatile by using different mix-in ingredients in the same basic dough to create a large variety of different cookies. And don't forget to involve your family in baking or to do a cookie exchange with friends. Not only does this make the process faster, but it also turns baking into a fun memory-making experience. The key to stress-free holiday meals is planning ahead, simplifying your menu, and prepping early. This allows you to spend less time in the kitchen and more time with family and friends enjoying your holiday. The holiday season often brings a packed schedule of events and traditions, family gatherings, parties, and community events. While these can be fun and meaningful, they can also quickly become overwhelming when we try to do too much. This year, focus on managing the events and traditions in a way that keeps the joy without adding to the stress. Start by prioritizing what really matters to you and your family and what aligns with your values. Ask yourself which events or traditions bring the most joy and which ones feel more like obligations. It's okay to be selective. When you make doing everything important, then nothing is important. Pick a few key activities and then politely say no to the rest. Next, don't be afraid to simplify traditions. Just because something has been done one way for years doesn't mean that you have to keep doing it that way. For example, if baking dozens of different types of cookies is overwhelming, then choose one or two of your favorites and enjoy making them. If you're not ready to give up any activities or traditions, then you can try alternating them on different years. For example, instead of fitting your favorite 20 holiday activities into those 3 weeks in December, do 10 this year and next year do the other 10. That way, every other year, you're only attending 10 activities during those 3 weeks, but you're able to do all 20 of your favorites in 2 years. And it's time to let go of the idea that everything has to be perfect. Keep in mind that it's more important to enjoy the moment than to stress. And so the takeaway is be selective, simplify where you can, and plan ahead. As much as we love the holidays, the cleanup afterwards can feel like a daunting task. But with a little planning and organization, you can make it easier and less overwhelming. Start by decluttering before you put things away. There's no reason to spend your time or energy packing up or putting away things you don't need or want, let alone spending time and energy unpacking them next December. Go through everything and decide what you really want to keep. It's time to get rid of any broken items, old decorations you no longer use, or items that didn't bring you joy this year. Include any items that your children have outgrown and that aren't keepsakes. The less you have to store away now, the more organized you will be starting off next December. When it comes to putting away decorations, store them in categories that make sense to you. I like to pack my decorations away by room because that's how I decorate, one room at a time. Next December, I simply go to my storage area, I find the box or boxes that go to the room I'm decorating, and then I'm able to decorate one room at a time. When you're packing away your decorations, use clear bins or clearly labeled boxes to pack things away in categories. For example, you'll put the lights in one bin, tree ornaments in another, and wrapping supplies in their own container. And of course, label each container clearly so you know what the contents are. When it comes to labeling, you want to label the category and then the main individual items that are in that box. When you clearly identify the contents of each box, this makes it so much easier to find what you need next year without having to dig through everything. It also makes it easier for you to enlist your family to help you decorate. You can send someone else to find the boxes that you need. In putting away your storage bins, take the time to store the boxes in a strategic order. For example, put the items that you'll need to get to first next year, like your outdoor lights and decorations, in the front or on the top of the stack of boxes. Also, store more delicate items like ornaments or family keepsake items in a safe, climate-controlled, and easy-to-reach location. You can find tips on Organize 31 for packing away your Christmas decorations for free by repurposing items you already have. And don't forget about decluttering and organizing your gift wrapping supplies. Gather all your remaining gift wrapping paper, gift bags, and ribbons in one bin or dedicated wrapping caddy. Be selective in what you keep. Don't waste your time or energy packing away rumpled or torn items that won't be used next year. Also, write down a quick inventory of what you have now and what you need to get next year. That way you're ready for the next holiday season. In my family, I've started moving towards using reusable holiday gift wrap. Items such as cloth gift bags, holiday boxes, and holiday tins that are sturdy enough to be reused year after year. This saves money in the long run, and it creates happy family traditions and memories as we see that holiday gift wrapping again each year. So are you wondering how to get started? I've got 3 things you can do today to start simplifying this year's holiday season. The first is to make your holiday to-do list. Write down everything you need to do for the season. Brainstorm everything you might want to do. You can always remove items from your list in the future, but get them all down now so you don't forget anything later when the season starts getting busy. By getting everything out of your head and down on paper, you have the start of your holiday plan. Look at your list and you can begin to prioritize and break larger tasks down into subtasks so that you're not scrambling at the last minute. Next, set a realistic holiday budget. Having a budget in place now will help you avoid overspending and financial stress. I also recommend that you include an emergency amount for something that might come up that's unexpected. Start tracking your holiday spending right away. This will help you stay on top of your finances as the season progresses. And most importantly, take a moment to reflect on and determine your purpose. Ask yourself, what do I want this holiday season to feel like? Check with your partner and older children to get their inputs. By clarifying your family's purpose, you can align your activities and budget with what truly matters to you. I'm excited to share something with you that will make your holidays this year even easier. I'm offering my free Christmas planner that you can download today. This planner is designed to take the stress out of the holidays and help you stay on top of everything without overwhelm so that you can focus on the meaning of the season. Inside the planner, you'll find everything you need to stay organized. Each page is simple, practical, and designed to make your holiday season more manageable. You can get the free planner right now below, and you can use it again year after year to keep each holiday season stress-free and more joyful. Let's remember that the holiday season is really about joy, connection, and creating memories with the people we love. While it's easy to get caught up in the whirlwind of tasks and overwhelmed by all the things we think we have to do, the truth is you have the power to shape this holiday season into what you want it to be. By planning ahead, simplifying where you can, and focusing on what truly matters, you can let go of the stress and enjoy more of those meaningful moments. I encourage you to embrace simplicity, cherish your moments, and give yourself grace along the way. Let's make this holiday season one that's intentional and joyful.